What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down how to use a peek back move at the top of a route and how you guys can get separation by selling this thing with not just your eyes, but your whole entire body to make sure somebody can jump this thing underneath, and we can create some separation back to the sideline, okay? So I hope this video gives you guys a value. Hope it teaches you a few new things that you can do at the top of the route in order to create separation. But also, fellas, if you're a wide receiver and you want to get faster off the ball, you want to get more explosive at the top of the route, you want to improve your overall strength, leg strength, explosiveness, grip strength, all the above, everything that's going to help you on the field physically as a wide receiver, check out that very first link in the description for our 28-day wide receiver gym plan. So what you'll get access to is a 4-week set step-by-step plan where we give you sets and reps with all the specific exercises, the advanced exercises wide receivers need to do in the gym to improve their on-field play. So we give you everything. We give you rest days, conditioning days, all the above for a full month. So check out that very first link in the description, fellas. Let's get started. So this rider from Keenan Allen, he does such a great job of really selling this thing with his whole entire body. Now, this might be more of like a post-out route here rather than almost like a peek back out, but we're going to treat it like both because really the same things apply, right? So anytime I've got a situation where, again, we're on the goal line, so we know that this DB is not going to be backpedaling, right? So if I address this DB and I come up to him, I know he's probably not going to be backpedaling. He's going to try to get hands, going to try to get physical and just sit right in this spot. So I got to be prepared for that as a wide receiver. I got to make sure I'm ready to combat the hands and get back over the top, especially if it's a longer developing play, right? So you see how Allen does exactly that. He really reassesses himself back over the top, and to get this DB to jump, it's not enough just to come in, it's not enough to just peek back to the quarterback. It's not enough to just look at him. Like, let's say this is a post-out route. For this post portion, it's not enough to just give your eyes. You have to commit your shoulders, you have to commit your hips, and you got to have some speed to this break because that's the big three that's going to get this DB to try to drive on this thing, right? Because if you guys look back for the ball, but let's say this shoulder and this hip are drifting back towards the break and you kind of slow down with your feet, this DB is going to sit. Nobody runs a post like that. How people run a post is they snap their eyes, their hips and their shoulders are on the post angle, and they have speed because they're trying to widen the distance from the DB. That's how we have to think. That's got to be my mindset. Whether it's press coverage and I restack, whether it's off-man coverage, whether it's zone coverage, that post break or that peek back situation has to look the exact same. Like, let's say, for example, this is a situation where that's just a design, like maybe like 10-yard out, and he's just kind of giving almost like a not so much an inside stem, but he's restacking over the top and almost making it look like a post, and he's just throwing a peek back. It's the same idea. You're peeking back for the ball. You're not rounding your shoulders. You're not chopping your strides. The same thing applies, right? It's all similar, fellas, when you guys are trying to sell a route. It's not complicated. So when I get to this spot, that's what makes that DB commit, and you see how he changes direction is the hip drop, right? He's running up tall. The hip drop where you drop actually down, you get your chin to your knee, your hips are violent. That's what changes direction for you. It's not about slowing up your speed. It's not about running and, okay, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to chatter my feet. I'm going to beat the drum. It's about dropping your hips because that sudden change of direction right there, the only way you're able to do it is with a hip drop, right? And when you hip drop, you don't slow down, right? It's like think of it like this. Like you got to run like a 12-yard curl. You don't want to slow down at 10 and then break at 12 and come back to the ball. You want to be up to 12, be violent, and then come back to 10. That change of direction right there is what slows you down. So that's how you want to approach every single route. I'm running a post out. I'm going over the middle. My hips are violent to when I get to that third step or fifth step or however deep you're running this thing. You've got to make sure that you guys trust your hips, trust the cuts that you guys make to be the thing that changes direction. That's why we emphasize being violent, and that's why we emphasize being sudden. Now, when I get to DB to this spot, my main thought process right here is you got to make sure that you drive out with your arms. Anytime you're doing a peek back where you restack a DB, get an inside release, you're peeking back for that ball, we can't just break it off and then cruise. We got to make sure I get separation, but at the same time, I keep separation and I run my hands out of this thing to make this play. It's a great job by Keenan Allen. Let's watch this thing again, full speed. Again, same principles apply. Whether it's a peek back technique, whether it's a post out, this is what you got to be able to do. Let's watch it again. Great job having a plan to restack, selling this thing with his eyes, shoulders, and hips, and speed, and accelerating out of this break. All right, guys, really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to leave those in the comments below. I really appreciate it. I always appreciate the feedback you guys give. It really means a lot. It helps me come up with new ideas for videos, so I definitely appreciate it. If there's any videos you guys want to see, please don't hesitate to leave those in the comments. I really appreciate it. And again, fellas, 1 month long wide receiver gym training program. It's a full 4-month program. Sets, reps, rest periods, conditioning days, everything you need to do to improve your on-field play as a wide receiver. Hope you guys can check that out. Very first link in that description below. I'll see you guys next time.